All right, how you doing? Ever read this? Golf is not a game of perfect, by Bob Rotella, and obviously this is the UK edition, so the foreword's by Darren Clark. Honestly, this is probably one of the most interesting books for all the wrong reasons on golf. I'm not going to tell you everything that's in it, because if I did, it would spoil the read. But there's some parts on it about Seve, and I just want to speak about those just briefly. Because what's amazing about this book is what's not in it, right? And it's about the mental game of golf and how under pressure, under instinct, sport of any level to play like at top level has to be done with an empty head, right? A completely empty head. It's the easiest way to describe this. So you're playing freely, unhindered, no thoughts, technical or otherwise, entering your head. It's like a empty, relaxed space that you feel comfortable in. And there's a chapter in here about Seve Ballesteros, and it was when a couple of players said to Seve, you need to go and see and speak to Bob Rotella. And Nick Price and such said to Seve, you need to go and speak to this guy. What he'll do for you will get you out this hole that you find yourself in. Because Seve went down this horrendous downturn in his golf, and everyone, he was worried about it. So he seeks Bob Rotella out, and he says, in Seve's usual abruptness, Seve was always straight to the point, and Bob tells us brilliantly in the book. So he says, I want you to bring me back to when I was like 14, 15, 16, 17. I just played golf, I swung the club, I hit the ball, I put it in the hole. That was all I did. And all I knew was winning. Every time I teed the ball up, I knew I was going to win. Every time I stood over an iron on the fairway, I knew I was going to win. Every time I hit a shot, I knew it was going in the hole. And that is all Seve ever thought about or did or thought about. In his head, that's all that happened. Now, in his decline, because Bob asked him, well, how did you come to the conclusion that you couldn't play golf anymore? And Seve said that he used to get to the 9th hole and wish it was over, finished. He couldn't continue on, he couldn't play. And Seve's obviously saying, I want to go back to the way I used to play. And in this book, he touches on the fact that it's a magical thing that you can lose as quickly as you can find it. Basically though, it's a book about nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. And it's not till you read the book that you actually realise that nothing is probably one of the most powerful things in sport. And it's only probably after a good 4 or 5 weeks after you've read this book that things start to go, right, that makes a bit of sense now. And you'll be glad to know that Seve did come out that doldrums and win a couple of more times. But that's sport for you, and like how the power of nothing is all freeing. There is no fear. It's just hit the ball, go find it, and hit it again. No consequences, no. But the fact that, and I think Tiger said the same thing, Tiger's not in this book, Seve knew he was going to win before the tournament even started, and Tiger has said the same thing. He knew the week before the tournament, teeing the ball up on the tee, he was going to win. Power of nothing. Listen, it's a great book. Have a read of it. And there's fantastic stories from players that Bob's coached mentally and physically, and also like players' responses. Channels all for charity, Macmillan Help the Heroes and Shelter UK, so your sub is eventually going to make a difference. Hopefully, thanks for watching.